You're really falling for that? Come on, he's just some weird guy in cosplay. I'm not weird, or a guy, or a guy. Oh, I assumed your gender. I'm sorry, we've been using the wrong pronouns this whole time. Don't worry about it, I'm not really concerned with what people refer to me as. I guess from this picture, it surely does look like it could be either way. I've been called many different names through a human existence. Freya, Kamadeva, Isther, Milda, something I can't pronounce. Come to think of it, I'm more often a goddess than a god. Fair, yeah. When it comes to desire, you are more often a goddess than a god. Starting off with ready to go? Yes, let us depart. You're still wearing your sunglasses? Of course. Taking away even one piece of this outfit ruins the entire romantic detective image. Well, I think you're still cute without them. I must uphold my look, romantic cop. Fair enough. You don't have to explain anything to anyone, do you, detective? You don't want to. Well, I guess it's a little soon for me to expect that anyway. Abandoned lab. The key broke? Oh my gosh! I thought this only happened in video games. Did the door unlock? Yeah, it's open, but we can't return the key in this condition. She's gonna think I'm irresponsible. It served its purpose. Mother will understand. Still feel bad about it, though. It was like her keepsake, you know? Letting go of the past is the only way to move forward. Romance cop, let's go inside. This place looks like it's been empty for a long time now. I was kind of worried we wouldn't be able to get in with or without that old key. Guess we lucked out. Ooh, I like how the poster in the back just says science poster. I guess they would have filled it in, but you know. We were fated to solve this case, and therefore, the odds will always be in our favor. Not sure how that makes any logical sense, but if you say so, it must be true. The detective's back to her old self again, even though she doesn't have to put up with an act for me. I guess that's just what makes her most comfortable. But is that really okay? I want her to be able to accept herself and not have to hide behind a pair of shades to be able to face everyone. Not that I can expect her to suddenly be fine with that, either. She's been through so much. Romance cop, you look troubled. Oh, no, sorry, I just spaced out for a second. Don't worry about me. Alright, there seems to be a lot to sift through here. Let's begin. A good old picture. Oh, look, an old dusty photo. Is this your mom when she was young? Ah, yes, I assume that must be Rosemary beside her. It's a shame they had a disagreement. They look so happy in this picture. After all, they went their separate ways. After they went their separate ways, they each had a kid, huh? That's right, they each had a kid. Marrying one of the scientists that work hard in the lab, and sometime later I was born. They divorced when I was very young, and my father works abroad now, so I don't see him often. He studies medicine, but this has nothing to do with the case. Getting back to my mother's story, I cut her off before she could explain about her former colleague's child. Ah, true. Oh, her former colleague's child. That is her. Okay. We can assume that person has a condition similar to mine. I was afraid you would make the connection, so I delayed that information in order to reveal it to you myself. Still think you worry too much. I don't blame you, so do you think that person might also be involved in this case? I think it's you. Look at your eyes. Rosemary surely continued using herself as a test subject, or at the very least she had much more exposure to the substance. If only one experiment caused me to turn out this way, I fear the effects on the other child must have been much more intense. Detective, you say that like the way you turned out was bad. I wonder sometimes, which part of me is due to the circumstances surrounding my birth, and which part is my true self? Well, that's easy. All of you is you. You're very practical, romance cop. In times of uncertainty, I'll be sure to remember your words. You hold on to the old photo. You can't do it. It's locked. No good. Burnett didn't tell us anything about a passcode. Hey, Sage said he was a locksmith, right? Do you think he could break into this for us? That may not be necessary. Try 7673. Oh, it opened. How'd you know? Mother used that number for everything as far as I can remember back. As far back as I can remember. Perhaps this lock was the origin of that trend. Nothing except the bottom here, dead leaves. Did all these used to be flower petals and they're all dried up? Roses. To find them here must mean they were using roses during the experiments back then. This was really the start of everything. But their project has been long abandoned. Who could have picked it up again? Rosemary was the leader, right? It's gotta be either her or one of her lackeys. So the true culprit eludes us. But don't lose faith in our abilities, Romance Cop. We'll solve this case. Of course, I never doubted that for a second. Okay. This lab's equipment's all dusty. Like no one's touched it in years. That is likely the case. It's hard to tell just how long it's been since this lab has been in use. Hey, some of this dust looks like it got wiped off. It looks like someone picked it up. Did they leave fingerprints? No, it's clean. Like someone who touched it was wearing gloves. We almost had them. Having fingerprints isn't as much of a case closer as you'd like to see. It's not like Lovebloom has analysts sitting ready with a database to, Detective, are you okay? You look so sad all of a sudden. Don't tell me such things, Romance Cop. You're taking the romance out of police work. It's not romantic to begin with, but I'm sorry. Ooh, there's a person here. We investigated the heck out of this place. I don't think we'll find anything else useful, so should we get going? Our case remains unsolved, and we have no clear direction where to turn next. Have we reached a dead end for now? Burnett did say she'd contact us if she found anything. Maybe it's best if we just wait for more info. We're treading water. I don't like it either, but there's not much else for us to do right now. What are you guys gonna do about this figure that appeared in the doorway? Let's just stay alert and continue for the day. Hey, the spring festival just started, didn't it? If everyone's gonna be there, we should probably keep an eye on things, you know? That's right. They could they could use the gathering to plan a large-scale offensive. I wouldn't worry too much. I mean, we've got the sun on our side for now. Taking the time to relax is a part of the job too, Detective. Perhaps. I am a bit worked up. Let's go enjoy the festival. While staying vigilant, of course. Of course. What about this? Someone's at the door. Thank you. Oh, someone's there. Excuse me, hello, do you have a moment to answer some questions? Ah, they fled. Well, that was suspicious, or maybe they were just shy. It could be our lead, let's go. What, Detective, where did she get all this energy so early in the morning? Did you not have your cup of coffee? They disappeared. We lost them already? It was kind of exciting to have another chase scene with you. We may be dealing with a phantom culprit. I don't know if that's the case. Don't let your guard down, Romantic Cop. There's no such thing as ghost detective, even though that person must have known something. We shouldn't assume they're the culprit. No such thing. I have heard many a tale to recount when it comes to the supernatural experience. Would you like to hear one? Not in a spooky abandoned place like this, geez. Now I'm all tense. Come on, let's get out of here. The police station. Is the chief finally here? Where's the chief? Oh, a note on her desk. I'm on a date. Don't wait up, XOXO, your chief. That's odd. This is very unlike her. You think so too? I wonder what kind of person she's on a date with. Come to think of it, I've never known her to have any romantic interest. But perhaps she had merely been keeping them secret from me. You think we might have made her feel a little lonely? Doubtful. She's a very independent woman. Well, I hope she's having a good time. We shall check on Lupin while we're here. Might as well. Oh god. Canary, oh canary. Your song, Birdcage, is really resonating with my soul lately. You know me so well. How long have you been sitting there talking to yourself like that? Ah, you two again. If you're here to release me, I'm not interested anymore. I've decided I'm gonna stay in this cell. Surely you aren't serious. What better place is there for me? My sweet canary threw me away, and since I couldn't stay in her garbage can, this is probably the closest place to where I belong. Might be a little cold here at night, but a guard came and gave me free food, so it's not half bad, really. Jail cells aren't for rent, Lupin, they're for criminals. And I'm a prisoner of love, oh no. Canary has me under her spell. Maybe I could break it by falling in love with someone else. You have any other relatives that look like Canary? Sisters, other cousins, brothers? Might be able to work with that. Yo, I heard the call of a lonely, desperate heart. Freaking Cupid. Cupid, don't you dare hook this guy up with one of my relatives. It's not why I'm here. Besides, as long as he keeps clinging to this whole canary thing, he's never gonna find happiness. Well, what do you know? Okay, well, he's the god of love. I think he knows. As we've explained before, Cupid is the god of desire. Overseer of romance throughout the world. You're really falling for that? Come on, he's just some weird guy in cosplay. I'm not weird, or a guy, or a guy. Oh, I assumed your gender. I'm sorry, we've been using the wrong pronouns this whole time. Don't worry about it, I'm not really concerned with what people refer to me as. I guess from this picture, it surely does look like. It could be either way. I've been called many different names through a human existence. Freya, Kamadeva, Isther, Milda, something I can't pronounce. Come to think of it, I'm more often a goddess than a god. Fair, yeah. When it comes to desire, you are more often a goddess than a god. But you people just happen to see me as the Romans did. Cupid, god of love and desire. I don't get it. This guy's even more delusional than I am. Why does he get to spout nonsense while I, after a noble act of love, get tossed into a noble? I'm sorry, what? Because until you open your heart to true romance, you will remain a danger to others. Hey, should we leave him alone for a while? We should. Wait, Cupid, was there a real reason you just showed up? You don't seem like the type to just appear for a small problem as Lupin. You're right. How's the case going? Find anything new? We've spoken with my mother. It turns out she was involved in the research that led to our current situation. Except all the stuff that's happened over 2 decades. Return. And we have no idea who picked it up again. We're kind of at a dead end right now. Well, keep up the good work. I'll be around. I was a little abrupt. I guess we should get going, huh, Detective? Indeed, the festival awaits. A spring festival. Spring fest! Woo! Honestly, I love the sketch design. Probably not more than I would have loved the regular design. I would have been like, oh, that's super cute. But I love this. The sign has made my day. Still early, but I'm already seeing some familiar faces. I guess everyone in town shows up to this thing, huh? Correct. This is a good opportunity. We must question everyone we can. I thought you agreed we should enjoy ourselves a bit here. Can't blame you for wanting to do our job, though. Let's start talking to people. I don't know who everyone is. Oh, these two are. Oh, I can make everybody out. Not saying we have to dump the highlighters into frosting mix, but I'd say they'd be way more authentic as toxic cookies if we did. It's not illegal if it's in the name. Ah, Ivy, look who's here to arrest you. You two again, I'm sticking to my guns. You're not taking me without a fight. We're not here to arrest anyone. Just enjoying the festivals like regular civilians. Thought I saw you two. Thanks again for your help the other day. Don't mention it, solving cases like that should be expected of us after all. Still, I'm relieved that these two girls were able to pull it together on such short notice. Our humble little stand has attracted so much extra attention thanks to Ivy's unique vision. My aesthetic is top-notch. Of course, it'd make everyone want to come and buy our goods. What sort of confections do you have available? I'd like to browse your selection. Right this way, ma'am. Romance Cop, I've purchased the small heart cookie. I'd like you to have it. Aw, Detective, I love it. Ah. It's that's my eating noise. Ah. It's delicious, too. Excellent. I seem to have chosen well. You did indeed. I could almost taste the romance. Okay, it's my boy and that girl. Yep, my boy, flower guy. Romance detective, Officer Chris. It's been a while. How have you been? Oh, hi there. This is embarrassing. We never got your name. No, we didn't. That's why I didn't remember his name. Okay. It's Stefan. It's probably Steven. What is Stefan to me? Are you enjoying the festival? As much as we can, we are currently investigating a case of the utmost importance, but Romance Cop insists on relaxing here for a while. This is her first time coming to our beloved spring festival, though, so I would like for her experience to be as full as possible. Could you quit reminding me of the impending doom we face every chance you get? I am actually having fun as long as I try not to think about that stuff. Ah, yes, of course. Impending doom, huh? Being a policewoman and a detective must be tough work. Here, Take a sugar cookie, you deserve it. We're just getting cookies from everywhere. It's Daisy! These are really good, homemade, right? It's my grandmother's recipe. They were my absolute favorite when I was little, so I'm happy to be able to share them at events like this. I can taste it. The love from our community. Bacon to each bite. These are simply incredible. Hey, you guys... I don't remember your voice. Better not be ignoring me. That's your voice now. My reformed adversary, romance thief. You're so small. We must have overlooked you. I apologize. Oh, hi there, Daisy. You aren't causing trouble for poor Stefan again, are you? No way. We're on plutonic friends now. Right, Steffi? Ah, yes, platonic. Daisy here has been very helpful with setting up my lovely bloomery stand this morning. Hiring a former criminal. The size of your heart must be immense. My respect for you doubles by the minute. Hey, I respect him way more than you do. Forget about it. Sounds like you still have a crush on him after all. Nah, he's actually super boring once you get to know him. All he talks about is flowers and baking. I'm just friends because I feel bad for the guy. Jesus. She can be quite a handful, as you can see. Where are your parents, young lady? I want to have a talk with them about your behavior. Don't tell on me. I'm being good. Don't send me to jail. And she's off. She fled. I would normally chase her down, but alas, we have to save our energy for what's to come. There you go, bringing up the case again. We've got plenty of daylight to spare, so it doesn't do us any good worrying about it right now. If you like to do something relaxing for a while, why not plant some flowers around town? That is what the festival is about. You're absolutely right. Surely having a job to focus on will distract us from unnecessary stressful thoughts. Let's go plant some flowers. I've missed 2 people here. Oh, it's those 2. Yeah, forget about them. I'm done with Sage. Sounds like a nice change of pace. Let's just save it real quick, I guess. We had 2 saves for day end. Return. I'm up for it if you are, detective. Of course, let us plant flowers in the name of romance. Gardening is kind of fun. I've always thought of making a hobby out of it. It is a very popular pastime in Love Bloom. Sudden wardrobe change! Wah! Okay. Had to take a little bit of a break, and that break ended up being 2 days, but don't worry about that. We're still in the same episode, so I'm just gonna flawless transition. Flawless transition, am I right? Am I right? Wrong. It is a very popular pastime in Love Bloom. You seem to have grown well accustomed to our city. Haha, I guess I have. Everyone here is so friendly, it's hard to imagine anyone couldn't get used to living here. Actually, let me get some water. I haven't done this high-pitched of a voice in 2 days. What do you think of the festival, Romance Cop? It could be better. That's such a sack of garbage answer. Romance Cop is so nice and wonderful. And it's wonderful. Absolutely. I'm so happy we get to spend time like this together. Thank you, Detective. Yes, I feel the same way. Canary is scheduled to perform soon. Should we begin heading in that direction? Yeah, let's go. And so they headed in that direction. You get to the stage area as Canary walks out, but someone else you know takes the microphone. There's the chief. Looks like we didn't need to worry about her at all. Attention citizens! This is your chief of police speaking. I'm sure you're aware, but the festival was to be shut down early due to public safety concerns. But I'm here to tell you that matter has been taken care of, what? And there is no longer anything to worry about. You are under some sort of control. Something's wrong here, Chief. This is the second time you've been under some sort of control. Please continue to celebrate to your heart's content. Take it away, Canary. Has the case already been solved? Wait, let me put on my detective glasses. That's the difference here. That's what's... Sorry, I gotta wipe down my detective glasses. What a relief. I guess that means Cupid came through for us, huh? Impossible. The case was solved? Without me? Romance Cop, don't get a big head. I know you're the greatest, not romance cop, romance detective, don't get a big head. I know you're the greatest detective in all of romance case history, but no, you're right, something's wrong here. I completely agree. What's going on? What's important is everyone is safe. Do you want to go and ask the chief what happened? Yes, I refuse to accept such an anticlimactic ending. Whoa, God, she's really fired up. How cute. But this whole thing is kind of suspicious. I have a feeling our work isn't done just yet. Oh, you're right. Chief, what is the meaning of this? You say the matter has been taken care of, but by whom? By me, of course. There's no time to explain. I'm a very busy woman. You're acting kind of weird, Chief. Can't you just tell us what happened with the roses? We're foot soldiers here. We have the right to know. Everything's fine. Nothing to worry about. Just relax and enjoy the festival, or, you're fired. This does not sound like one of your typical jokes. Because I'm completely serious. If you keep going around worrying everyone, I'll have no choice but to take away your badges. Chief. I don't like this, but maybe she's right. If everything's really okay now, we aren't doing any good warning people about a danger that's already passed. If it has indeed passed. Regardless, I do not wish to get dismissed from a job you love. I do not wish to get you dismissed from a job you love. We will follow her orders and continue enjoying the festival. You do always say we should trust people, right? Let's put our faith in the chief, even if she is acting kind of strangely. With the world apparently saved, Canary sings and the sun sets. Okay, I was so confused. I was like, oh, wow, that was a quick ending. But no, stop. What is this? Stop everything. Ah, Cupid. I presume you've come to tell us that our work is not yet finished. There you go, sounding all excited again, Detective. For someone so concerned with keeping people out of danger, you sure are slacking off on your job. Oh my gosh. The chief announced a short while ago that the issue has been taken care of. Was she mistaken? You're obviously being misled. Of course a problem as big as this wouldn't just magically disappear. As I thought, the case remains unsolved. We have work to do, Romance Cop. We have work to do, Romance Cop. You sound pleased with yourself. I know you wanted to be the one to solve it, but this is still bad for us, you know. Fans screaming for Canary more intensely than usual. See, look, it's already started. This kind of intensity is expected of one of Canary's concerts, right? Did you not read the freaking dialogue before? More intensely than usual. No, this is not the usual intensity. This is the usual intensity right here. This is what it is right now. Slightly higher. Don't be so sure, Romance Cop. Look closer. I don't remember what voice I gave you, to be honest. God, Delphine, save me. Aww. Miss Canary, I'll take you away from these undeserving masses. Oh, they're both rosy-eyed. I didn't even notice that. I cannot bear to keep our relationship a secret any longer. Let's elope. Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. This scene feels kind of familiar for some reason. Romance Cop, we must keep you shielded from the moonlight before you end up like the others. Oh, right. Yeah. Ah, I see. There's a... Oh, she took off her jacket and gave it to... Ooh, that's spicy. That should do it. Let's hope you'll be protected this way. So, what's the plan at this point? You're not going to keep standing around hoping that everything solves itself, right? Of course not. Unfortunately, we do not have any leads, although we did have one strange encounter this morning. Yeah, someone in what looked like a lab coat was hanging around Burnett's old working place. I wish we could have caught up with them. There is no doubt that that person is connected to what we're dealing with. We were being watched. So you've got a mysterious stranger in a lab coat stalking you. I've heard crazier. Canary also mentioned some kind of scientist attending the concert that was ruined by a rose-induced frenzy. That's right. Maybe they were observing the moonlight's effect on a large crowd. Let us search the area. It's possible we're being observed at this very moment. Oh, we are. I think that's your mom over there, Detective. Oh, God. I guess we'll talk to Burnett. Mom, what are you doing here? It's dangerous to be out in the moonlight. That's why I have an umbrella. Yes, but I had to get a hold of you somehow. Besides, I came prepared. I have this romance umbrella. Oh, now she's French or some sort of foreignese. What a powerful name. You'll surely be well protected as long as you hold on to that. Better than nothing, I guess. Why didn't you just use the radio to call us? I tried, but it did not seem to be working. I felt something was wrong, so I came looking for you too. Was this the Chief's doing too? How long has she been under the Rose's spell? We should have noticed it sooner. What's done is done. We have to move forward. What did you come here to tell us? Do you remember when I mentioned Rosemary had a child? I discovered she lives here in Lovebloom, and her name is Leandre. Leandre? Why does that name sound familiar? It is the name of the artist from that gallery. All of those rose paintings. This is no coincidence, Romance Cop. If only we'd have been more suspicious of those paintings in the first place. In hindsight, it's almost like she was asking to be found out. This is absolutely unbelievable to think the mastermind behind these crimes against romance was also a master of art. I have an address for you, but it might not be of any use. Now, it might not be of any use, but I feel like it's at least worth looking into. This might mean we're walking into a trap, Detective. What should we do? We must go. Whatever awaits, we're completely prepared. After all, we're on the side of romantic justice. That's right. How could I forget? When Romance Cop and Romance Detective work together, there's nothing we can't accomplish. You two make such a great team. Good luck, girls. I believe in you. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Mom. Now, let us make haste. Romance Cop, to the climax. Please don't say it like that. Unknown address added to your destinations. Do we just go? We're going home! Home. Romance Cop, was my trench coat not enough to protect you? Tell me, you haven't already succumbed to the Rose's power. No, it's not that, Detective. I just wanted to be somewhere quiet so we could talk. I presume it's something that cannot wait until after our work is finished. Then go right ahead. It's not super duper important or urgent, and I do feel bad for delaying our big face-off with the person behind this whole mess, but I got scared that this might be my only chance left to talk to you like this. You know, if things don't go the way we planned. Aw. Don't say things like that, Romance Cop. We must have absolute faith in ourselves in order to overcome our adversaries. I know. And the fact that you're able to ignore the possibility that one of those things, ignore that possibility is one of the things I love about you, Detective. But I can't think the way you do. So since we're already here, I'm just gonna make it as quick as possible. When I spent the night last night. Okay. Inflection. I hope I wasn't forcing you into anything. No, not at all. I was the one inviting you, as I recall it. Yeah, I know, but knowing it was your first time and all... Oh god, what did we do? Jeez Louise. I should have checked in with you more. Did I move too fast? You weren't uncomfortable, were you? As I reassured you this morning, everything was fine. I would have spoken up had that not been the case. That's the problem, though. You got so quiet, and it was hard to tell, and I just want to be a good girlfriend. But I already feel like I messed up. It is I who has been failing you, Romance Cop. I will be sure to communicate better in the future. No, starting now, I have something to say to you. I've never longed for someone's touch until, well, you, Romance Cop. It's funny, I used to think I understood desire in others as a concept, but now I feel that I truly understand it myself. Is this what normal people feel? Is this what you've been feeling for so long? And I'm only just now beginning to grasp it. Keep going. Detective, it's not a matter of normal or abnormal, you're just you. I'm far behind you when it comes to things like these. Don't worry about that. There will be plenty of time for you to catch up, but first we gotta go save the world. You're right. Thank you. I think that's a good stopping point. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your United States Aviator. This is Romance Detective 2. Nom nom nami in the description. I'm glad I always come to the home because it's just like, hey, why not just go home first? There's always a little special scene at home. I'm glad I discovered that the first time I was like, let's just go home. What could go wrong? I'm sure there's nothing going on at home, so maybe we'll get a little cutscene. There's all these little adorable cutscenes. You really get to feel their relationship, and you really get to see their character development over 2 games too. And they're not necessarily long games, but that's what makes the story development and the character development so good, is that they're not long and you can still have so much character development. Here's to you, Nom Nom Nami. And here's to you, flight crew. Toodaloo. The United States Aviator is taking off, and I will see you all next time.